Hi, my name is Madstone. I'm a musician from Oberwallis and I do music in the indie pop genre, and it's for Blackred. I would say my family is also like very musical, so I learned it from a small age already. And I guess like my grandfather was called the Music Alex, so people called him like this, and I think the genes are in my blood, so that's how I got into music. And one day in a summer camp I learned that I saw a guy playing the guitar and I was like, shit, I want to do this as well. So that was kind of the start of my musical career. Okay, that's maybe it's a bit basic, but like my name Madstone is like this because my real name is Matthias Steiner, and Matthias, I thought, look, okay, let's shorten it like Matt, and then I was thinking, okay, Matt with TT, it's fine, but there's nothing special, so I was like Matt, like Mad. I chose this, and then Stone, obviously Steiner means stone, like kind of in English, so that's how I got my name. It was back in the days, so I think it kind of felt so natural for me, so I was like, okay, this is my artist name. Shit. Okay, my first song was oh shit, that was really funny because when I remember back then, I didn't have like any idea what I was doing, so I was just trying out my skills with my Ableton project, and I was like, I had literally no idea. And then I started to make loops. You know, I have this looper, so that's how I also started with creating kind of endless loops, and then use these loops and put it in Ableton. And yes, that's how my first song came to life. And it was so funny because when I listened to it back, it's so different to how I do music now, but it's also, I guess it's also good because you see the progress and stuff. But yeah, I remember very clearly when I did it, how I sent it to my friends and we were like, okay, listen to it, what do you think? So yeah, really nice. For me, I would say beat first, because or better, it would be melody first. I have this, as I said, I started making music with loops and looping techniques, so I have these melodies in my head and then I try to build something around it. And the text is always something that, like, sometimes I feel like I need to write something, but then it's not coming, so I have to wait on some projects, and maybe I have to get inspired by any, like, I don't know, anything that happens, or I cannot be super creative at the moment, so I guess, yeah, melody or beat first, yeah. Oh, actually, yes, there's definitely a song or sound or whatever I'm super proud of, because my last album, it's called Palisadenstraße, and I'm super proud of that album because it has sounds from my old apartment in Berlin, so the entire album is produced with just sounds from the apartment. There's no like kick samples from Splice or anything. There's just like real natural sounds from the apartment. Of course, I used samplers in Ableton and stuff to make synthesizers myself. But most of the sounds is like, for example, a toothbrush, or I don't know, me playing percussion on some items, you know, cutlery, anything. Yeah. So I'm super proud of that album. The most complicated music video, I would say, was for Tonic Love, a song about my love for gin tonic. And I had this idea in my head, and a very specific, and I wrote to a filmmaker and asked him to work with me. But then I instantly knew, okay, my ideas are just they're all over the place sometimes, so I need someone to help me structure, and that I was really happy to work with this wonderful and talented filmmaker, and he came up with a script, he came up with like more, or like, how do you say, more structured ideas, and then we got many people for the video, many friends, going to Lausanne in a bar and filming everything in one day was not so, like if you think one day is not so much, but for a music video it was like super stressful and a lot of organization. So I think that was the most complicated until now. I mean, we really like, now I play live with a wonderful band, so it's a bit different than before, because before I used to play mostly alone. But since we're playing with the band, it's so nice, and every time we play live, it has something special. Even if it's not the best live gig, it still has something that feels so nice. But in particular, I would say there's one gig, I would say 2 years ago or 1 year ago. In January, 1 year ago, in a Kellertheater in Brieg, which is a really nice venue, really like intimate. People are sitting. Usually I'm not such a big fan of people sitting, but in this context it was super nice. And they just listen, and it was super intense, because when you stopped the song, people were just like super quiet. And it felt so good because they were actually listening. And there's also some feedback from people who were saying from that gig, okay, I listened to your music before. No, they said like, okay, I heard your music before, but now I really listened. So, and that was for me a really good moment, yeah. Every day. No, it's, I mean, it's super, music is such a passion for me, so I guess there are many moments in my musical career that I thought, okay, let's just leave it like this. But in the end, I remember why I do music, and music for me is not just to kind of show off or to show people that I can do music. Music for me is like much more. It gives me energy. It gives me, like, it calms me down when there's stress time. So music, I mean, these moments, they come, but then I remember, okay, music is not just about that. It's about my inner thing that I want to show and that I want to get out. Even if there's a song who people don't like, then it's also okay. And even if you get like declined, or how do you say, not accepted for live shows and stuff, it's okay, because you're doing something that you like and not others. Yeah, so it's subjective as well. So in the end, you see, like for me, music, it's always a challenge, but it's a good challenge. If you like music coming straight from the heart, then you're definitely right with Madstone. Go check out my website, my social media, and maybe we'll see each other on a live concert. I would be super happy.